guys, welcome to the Beauty Batcave. My name is Tiff Mertz and I run GRWM Beauty. So for today's video, since it is the very first one, I thought I would start with just a simple everyday look that I do pretty regularly. Pretty much any time that I've got to get out of the house quick, but I need to sort of look nice. Everything that I use today, I'm going to link in the description box down below. There's not going to be a ton, so you won't have a lot to go through. So after I do my skincare routine, which is always my first step, even when I gotta get out quick, if you don't have a clean canvas, if you don't have a prepped canvas, it's not gonna hold your products very long. So the first thing I start with is this. So it is Bare Minimals Complexion Rescue. It is a tinted hydrating gel cream, just a fancy way of saying a tinted moisturizer. So what I usually do with that is I take my hand, I just put some, about that much of a blob. Oh, I guess I should say the shade. This is 1.5 in Birch. I'm pretty fair complected, so it works very well for me, but I do one of these. I kind of start here, and I start out with my fingers just to kind of spread it to the places I want it. If I feel really fancy or I feel like I really want it like a little bit more airbrushed looking, I will take my wet beauty blender and just kind of tap, tap, tap. And you're probably like, well, why didn't you put it all over your face? Well, I'm trying to get out quick. I don't need it all over my face. And that's one of the things, you don't have to cake foundation on. And this isn't even really a foundation. This is just a tinted moisturizer. I just try to target where the most discoloration might be. Okay, so once I have that down, I do like for my skin to feel matte. I like to set it so it doesn't really move a whole lot. So what I like to do is I like to take just a colorless powder, a colorless finishing powder. I'm currently using Ben Nye's Neutral Set Powder, and it is 9F1. I'm assuming that's just the name for the colorless one. But what I'll do is I will take the cap, I'll take the powder, I'll put a little bit in the lid, grab a fluffy brush. This is a Sephora brush that came like in a gift set that I got, but it's just any big fluffy brush like that. I kind of tap it in there, try to pick it all up. And then I just kind of start under my eyes to kind of set where I've put the tinted moisturizer. And then I'll do up under my hairline and just kind of blend it all out. And it just gives me a nice even coverage. And again, it's very quick. Okay, so the next thing I do is my eyes. I always use the GRWM Beauty Immortal eyeshadow base. Mine has a smiley face on it because when I was pouring these for the first time using a new melting pot that I got, I wasn't super confident with my pores, and I didn't think about the condensed water on the inside of the pot as I poured, and they dropped little water droplets into it, and so the ones with smiley faces are the ones that were had the water fall in. So they don't look as nice, but they're still just as good. I use a concealer brush to load up my brush. Again, it's a Sephora brush that I got in the same kit as the other. And then I just paint it on. And then I usually take my finger and I kind of pat. Oh, I got a piece of fuzz. Oops. I pat kind of along the edge to kind of make it a little less harsh of a line. Okay, so once I have that on, I take just a small fluffy brush, eyeshadow brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. It's number 103. I use Spirits Rise by GRWM Beauty. Take a little bit on my brush, and I just use this all over. And I love this color because it's a neutral, a little bit pink toned, a little bit of like lavender tones to it, but it's still neutral. So it doesn't look like a ton of makeup, but it kind of plays tricks because it does have that like kind of two-toned colors. Depending on how the light is hitting my eye, it actually gives it a little bit more dimension, a little bit more, just a little bit more interesting. Get a little bit more, go ahead and do the other side. So pat, pat, pat. So I pat, pat, pat. Okay, so after I do that, I take my fluffy brush. This is, oh gosh. So I didn't even see, I've had this brush so long I don't even know what it is. I feel like it's a Sigma, and I think it might be C7093. It's just a fluffy blending brush. And what I like to go in with is a little bit of Like Nothing by GRWM Beauty. Basically, when I made these colors, this was exactly why I made them. It was very selfish. I was like, I want these two colors to be my everyday, like, simple look. So I take that on a fluffy brush, and just along the edges here, I'm just gonna kind of blend out the edges here. And just kind of blend the edges. Pretty simple. After I do that, if I've had a little bit of fallout, sometimes that happens, I will just take my fluffy brush again, just kind of go underneath my eyes, just kind of get it out of the way. So the next thing I pretty much always do is I will do some eyeliner. This is, it's called Miss Rose Professional Makeup. I got it from Wish definitely like at least 3 years ago. But the reason I love this one is because it is dual-ended. One side is like regular eyeliner. It's like a regular felt tip eyeliner. But the other side is a stamp. So if you can kind of see, it's like a little triangle. And it makes it super easy to do a cat eye like real fast. So what I do is I do my stamp, then I take my eyeliner, so I worry about that edge first, and then I go in from the center, start really small, and just have them meet, somewhere on my eye. And then I like to just kind of go back in, and if there's anywhere that I kind of missed close to my lashes, I just kind of go in and press so that it gets rid of that, that white. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side off camera. So after I do my eyeliner, I go in with some mascara. I'm using the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I don't know if they have another color other than black, but I have the black. So just a little bit of mascara. Okay. After I do my eyes, I like to do a little bit of contour, nothing crazy. My go-to is the Sugar. I guess the brand is named Sugar. I got this in an Ipsy bag probably like 2 years ago at this point. It's called the Contour de Force Mini Blush in 01 Peach Peak, and I feel like it's just the perfect contour slash blush shade for me, but it's really pretty. And I use a sort of a like a tapered brush. This is I think it's just a nameless brand. I don't know where I got it at this point, but I love the shape. It's called BS Mall. I don't know, but I love the shape. It's starting to get out of shape at this point, how much I've used it, but I'll take a little bit of that. on my brush, make a fish face. And I start kind of where you can see my cheek. I always put a little more on than I actually think I need because I like to do a final blend out. I think this brush may have fallen on the floor at some point. One of them fell on the floor because I keep feeling like little cat hairs on my face. And then I like to use a highlighter. It just looks fun. It takes like 2 seconds and it looks like you really put a lot of effort in. It is Ofra. It's their highlighter called Star Island. It's really pretty. I really like the tone of it. And I just use a flat fan brush, get a little bit on there. And I just kind of do one of these. I don't feel like this is actually how I'm supposed to do it on my own face, but that's what I do. People can judge me. I don't know. I'm doing my best. So I put it on my cheeks. I like to put a little bit on my nose, and I actually like to put a little bit there. Sometimes I'll put some here. I mean, while you got it on, you might as well use it in a few different spots. And then, like I said, I do a final kind of blend out again with the same colorless face powder from before. A little bit into the top again. Brush it around. And I use that to kind of blend everything. Kind of just blend it all out. Okay, and then my signature look would not be complete without something I am notorious for using, and that is chapstick. I don't wear a lot of lip products. For special occasions, it's super fun, or if you want to feel like extra fancy, I love it, but day in, day out, I use chapstick. My favorite one is the candy cane scent. I just do a little bit of that. And then it's comfortable all day. And I take my little clips out, throw them back in there. Might give myself one more brush. I typically don't do brows, and I know that's weird. A lot of people are like, well, that's like sometimes all I'll do, and I'm like, well, that's not what I do. But I do try to like brush them a little bit and kind of just get them where they need to go. I don't have a lot of time, so I'll just brush them with just a basic little brush. You can use a dry spoolie if you want. And then I actually use a clear mascara. It's a gel mascara. This brand is Essence, and it is their Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. It is clear, and what I like to do with this, especially if my brows are getting a little bit out of hand, I will just take it and just kind of brush upward. And it doesn't add color, it doesn't, feel heavy. It just kind of keeps them all going the same general direction. So it's like hairspray for your eyebrows that you brush into your hair. So it's not like hairspray at all. And that's it. That's all I do if I need to get out, if I need to get ready and go. So this is the finished look. And that's it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you have ideas for looks or makeup questions or skincare questions that you have in the future, I don't really have a plan for the next video, other than I may be thinking Halloween because we're getting very close. But that's it. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you later.